Hello everyone, my name is Rafael and welcome to my vlog. So today's vlog, I just want to dedicate it entirely my recent image, which was called Welcome Spring. It seems like this image got very popular and got a lot of attention. I received a lot of likes, a lot of comments, but also I received a lot of questions how I create this image, people asking about the specifics and all the details. So I think this is a great opportunity to create this vlog and break this whole thing down and basically tell you exactly what happened and how I've created that image. But before I do that, I just want to say a huge thank you to my team. These guys are amazing, and this picture wouldn't be possible without their input and their hard work to make this happen. So let me start with saying thank you to our amazing model Cassie. She was fantastic on the shoot. She's not only beautiful but also very talented, and working with her was absolutely tremendous and amazing experience. I'm couldn't be more happy to have her on the set and working with her. The next person I want to say a huge thank you is Monica from Glam and Beyond. She's amazing makeup artist who also brings life to my photo shoots, and she exactly knows what I'm after. We can communicate without words, and then she does amazing work to elevate everything what I do. So thank you for coming to this shoot and basically just making this vision possible. And the last person I want to say also huge thank you, because that image wouldn't be possible without that person, is Leah Romanovsky from Designing on the Edge. She's amazing florist who also knows their stuff in and out. She knows how to put stuff together, and I don't even have words to describe how talented she is and how amazing stuff she can put together in no time. Also takes those images to another level. So let's jump into this image. It's basically pretty much the same setup I'm using for most of my headshots. This time I decided to go with the clamshell lighting. I think that's kind of like work a little bit better for the specific image. Sometimes you have to try different things to kind of see how things kind of work out and how the light hits the model and what it does to her face. And I found in this particular case the clamshell lighting was the best option, and that's why we've decided to kind of go with that specific lighting, because it worked really nicely for that idea. I just want to talk a little bit about the background, because this is what makes people the most confused, and I also found that people just don't understand if this background was photoshopped or was kind of created. So let's kind of talk about it a little bit, because that's something which I really want to address, because this was the most kind of like requested question about the background. So the background was created, wasn't photoshopped, so let's take that off the table. And I've created this background very simple way. So people who are following me, you guys know that I'm a big and huge fan of aluminum foil, and I basically use aluminum foil, which we pretty much actually mounted to the foam board. The size of this foam board was 2 meters wide and 1.5 meter high. The foil was a little bit wrinkled, so whatever we were using that type of background, I want to make sure that the foil, it's not kind of flat, because it just reflects the light, and you don't get this nice bokeh. You have to wrinkle the foil a little bit. But also I know what I've noticed, whenever you wrinkle the aluminum foil, you still get nice bokeh in this really nice interesting background. But what I realized over the last several shoots, that you have to create some kind of depth to the background, and in order to create it, I didn't know how to do it. We use different kind of and different sorts of things like silver balloons and all the other stuff. and they also work really well. It was just expensive, and you know, like after the shoot the balloons had to kind of go to the garbage, and I thought this is a lot of waste of money, and you know, it's just kind of like you don't want to do that on every shoot. But I come up with really interesting idea which kind of hit me last week. I was visiting one of the construction stores. It's in Canada. It's called Home Depot, and basically what you can actually buy, it's called furnace tape, which is kind of like interesting. It's really cheap. It's about 10 bucks a roll, and it's a lot of it on one roll. And basically what I've decided to do, I use that tape to create some kind of depth and dimension to the background. So basically we are sticking this tape onto the background, creating different shapes and basically different kind of like, you know, things. It doesn't have to be perfect. The more messy it is, actually it looks better. And that's how we've created this interesting you know, aluminum foil background with some addition with the tape, which is also silver, reflects the light really nice. And this is what is interesting about those backgrounds. Whenever you add some depth to it, the light reflects the light in kind of interesting fashion, and looks just more interesting on the photo. So to make the background also interesting and to add a little bit of color to it, I used my homemade gel, which is pretty simple. It's a basically piece of clear plastic which you can basically just take out of any kind of container or any package. You know, there's tons of stuff which use that plastic. I just cut out the specific shape to it so I can actually fit on my speed light. And also we used Sharpies, those 3 different colors, to paint it on both sides to create this interesting pattern of different colors. Pretty cheap, pretty efficient, and also it works like a charm, and you can create any colors, because if you can go to any store when sells Sharpies, you can get like 50 of them with just entire color range, and then you can just create any colors you like. So the one tip what I want to say is make sure whenever you're painting this clear plastic, paint on both sides, because you're adding more saturation to the color. So whenever you have speed light kind of shooting the light on the background, basically the background is more saturated, and the colors, they pretty much look much nicer. So when it comes to rest of it, as I said, I use pretty much simple clamshell lighting. Works really well. So the settings for the shot was pretty straightforward. There's nothing complicated. So I shot at f4.5 100 of a second. I was at ISO 160, and basically the focal length was 200 millimeters. So that was the settings, and then we basically tried to do different poses. We tried to do different face expressions. The headpiece was quite heavy, so Cassie unfortunately couldn't move much. But again, she did an amazing job, and then we got those fantastic images. There will be more coming up because we had several different hat pieces, so stay tuned for my Instagram and Facebook posts, because I'm gonna be slowly releasing those images. I want to actually just give one image at a time so people kind of can take a look at it, enjoy it, and then we're gonna move to the next one. So I hope that was interesting. I hope that give you a little bit of more I would say understanding of this entire process. Please feel free to contact me if you guys have any other question which I might missed when it comes to this vlog. I know sometimes people have some other specific questions which you know, they directed to something different, but I was trying to kind of explain all the details, and I know the background was one of those biggest questions. So I hope that is more clear and people have a little bit better understanding how this image got created. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys gonna have a fantastic week, and yeah, I'll chat with you guys very soon. Bye bye.